Hi, my name is Kylie Blacksell and I'm from Human Happiness, and welcome to your video tutorial on bullying, how to eradicate bullying from your life. Now, bullying has many different levels and many different amounts of subtlety. Okay, there can be very, very subtle bullying where only you and the bully actually know that it's going on. Okay, so it could be just very subtle emails or little whispers or little things that are going on that are making you feel extremely disempowered and extremely stressed and extremely judged and sabotaged by that person. It could be a little bit more obvious bullying, so they could be yelling at you, they could be physically forcing you to do particular things or stopping you from doing particular things. So bullying is a very big deal and it's a very big problem in workplaces, in schools and even in homes in some incidences. And I have a lot of people come to me that are dealing with workplace bullying, home bullying or even school bullying. Who feel extremely disempowered, who feel extremely lost and out of control and like there's no way forward. And a lot of them end up becoming quite unwell because, of course, the bullying actually makes you feel disempowered, and then, of course, you start to develop illnesses and ailments associated with that feeling of disempowerment. And anger. You're angry and you're frustrated and you feel like there's nobody there to protect you, and all of those sorts of things are going on as well. So the first step that I go through when we talk about bullying is analysing what's actually happening with the bully. Okay, the bully, someone doesn't just become a bully out of nowhere. Okay, someone is a bully because they themselves have been bullied, whether it's in this particular lifetime by somebody at home or someone somewhere else, or whether they were bullied in a past life and then they've come into this life with all this karma and they haven't dealt with it yet, so then they become a bully. Okay, the bully is also someone who is feeling extremely scared and extremely not happy with themselves. Okay, and everything they're projecting out to you, so whatever judgment or whatever disempowerment or whatever restraint they're pushing out to you and sending out to you is actually what they've already done to themselves. Okay, so if they're judging you as, not looking good enough or not being smart enough or wearing the wrong clothes or doing the wrong thing or being in the wrong place, all those sorts of things, they may even have homophobic tendencies or some particular phobia or discrimination issue around you. They've already done this to themselves. So if they're trying to discriminate against you, they've discriminated against themselves. They've actually isolated themselves and they've decided that they're somebody who doesn't belong, okay? Who doesn't fit in, who's a little bit weird, who's a little bit strange, and then they're projecting that out to you. If they've decided that you're fat or that you're ugly or that you're stupid, they've actually already decided that about themselves and they're just sending that out to you. So the first thing to actually bring you to some level of peace and understanding and compassion for yourself and indeed for the other person is to understand that that person, the bully, is just as scared and has just as much self-doubt and as much self-hatred as you do. Okay, so that's the very first step that I would go through with someone in a healing therapy or with someone who is in a Ho'oponopono course if they wanted to analyse that in the group. So they're mirrors, okay? So they're mirrors of what's going on for you. They may not look like a mirror. They might look like someone who you're like, whoa, I don't want anything to do with that person. That person looks nothing like me. They act nothing like me. They seem to have a completely different background to me. But I guarantee you that under the surface, when we look at their soul, when we look at their programming, when we look at their ego, their little person inside, their subconscious, that little person has very, very similar programming to yourself, which is why you've attracted each other. You both have the same fears and you're actually acting out of fear. Okay. So the second thing is you've attracted the bully. Now this is it's a really difficult concept for a lot of people to grasp. But everything in your world has come to you because you've had thoughts, you've had feelings, and you've got programs that are there from your childhood and from past lives that are still simmering under the surface that has attracted those certain things to come to you, including the bully. Okay? You might be like, Kylie, you know, I'm not responsible for this bully. This bully is not my fault. That's not to do with me. That's their problem. It's nothing to do with me. And yeah, they are being very, very disrespectful. They're doing the wrong thing, and it's definitely not to be condoned. It's definitely not to be encouraged at all. I totally do not condone what they do. It's definitely not cool what they're doing, and it's very damaging to people. But if you want to get to the essence of why it's happening to you in particular, is because you are in victim mentality. You are attracting things happening to you that make you the victim. Okay. Now I know it can be very confronting, but if you're able to just sort of stomach that, to sort of sit with that for a few days and actually process that and come out the other end, it's actually completely freeing. Okay, it's the most empowering thing to realize that you've attracted it, because once you realize that you've attracted it, and you're actually comfortable with that, and you're like, okay, all right, I attracted that. The next step is you can attract whatever you want to attract. So what you do next is you identify the exact programs behind why that person's bullying you. We analyze that either in healing therapy, or you can do it with the process of Ho'oponopono by coming to the course, and you can learn the process yourself, and you can do this yourself. It's a very simple process to do. And then we remove those programs, okay, from yourself, and you can actually simultaneously remove it from the bully if you like. If you have to be around this person, okay, if they're a loved one, or, you know, a family member, or if they're like, you know, your child, or they're your boss and you can't change jobs or whatever. And it's actually, I highly recommend that if you are in a work situation where you're being bullied, deal with the bullying, okay, do this healing. Stop attracting the bully, okay, by removing the programs from yourself, and preferably removing them from the bully at the same time, so that they stop bullying you in your current work situation before you move on to another work situation. Because if you actually run away from your current work situation and go find another job, what you'll do is you'll attract another bully that's similar to the one that you had in your first work situation. So it's identifying that, yes, you've attracted this, yes, it's not cool what they're doing, and yes, you can reprogram your programs. You can actually remove your programs from your childhood, from your past lives that are causing this bullying. Okay, and it's a very, very simple process. And then you can reprogram that. You can also remove all of the vows that you've made in past lives that are attracting this particular bullying. Okay, particularly vows of bondage and servitude and silence and things like that. And you can remove all the soul contracts, particularly between yourself and the bully, okay, that you've made. The souls have made a contract before you actually came into this incarnation. And you can also remove all the limiting beliefs and memories and pain associated with bullying, associated things that caused you trauma or death in past lives. So it's a really simple process. You can either do it by seeing me for healing therapy, and you can do this from anywhere on the planet. You don't have to actually be in front of me to actually receive healing therapy. It's a completely remote healing process, if you like. Or you can attend the course, or you can do both if you like. You can attend the 2-day course, which will actually teach you how to do this stuff for yourself, okay? And not only to eliminate this bullying issue that you may be seeing for yourself or seeing for somebody else that you care about, but can also heal anything. So any physical ailments, illnesses, diseases, any accidents, any relationship issues, anything that's coming up for you, you can actually heal using the Ho'oponopono process. And it's a very, very simple process to do. Okay, anybody can learn it. So have a look at the website, have a look at the process of the healing therapy if you would like to go down that avenue, or if you would like to actually join the course, you're very welcome to join us. It's going to be a really amazing, fun course. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little story, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.